Hey, I want to take a minute and congratulate you for volunteering to serve with our youth here at Calvary, and also thank you for being obedient, because God's called us to be effective ambassadors of the gospel wherever we go. And as you know, here at Calvary, our mission is to lead people to know Christ and to make Him known. And you participating in this training is a demonstration of fulfilling that mission. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what it means to volunteer with youth ministry here at Calvary on Aimwell. Calvary's strategy for meeting the needs of our church is going to take place through a variety of ministries, including children's ministry, Kids Powerhouse, and for you, it's going to be through youth ministry. So the first thing I want to talk to you about as part of this commitment is your walk. Are you having a personal relationship with Jesus Christ? Have you been baptized? Are you committed through membership here at Calvary? Are you adhering to biblical standards for tithing? How is your personal holiness? Are you living a life that is above reproach? Those are all things that we expect from our volunteers here at Calvary in all of our ministry volunteer positions. I also want to talk to you a little bit about lesson preparation and what your ministry responsibilities are. We will provide you with the materials that you need to teach. The message can be provided by you only after it's been approved by the pastoral staff. Please make sure that you do allow ample time to study and prepare for your lesson. Your presentation should be from the Bible and not from another book. We want to make sure that we are presenting scriptural-based teaching. Every position is just as important as another. So please remember to take ownership and initiative, and also be creative with your games and crafts and other activities that you prepare as part of your ministry. I also want to talk a little bit about points for discussion. We want to make sure that they're based on biblical application and not on individual interpretation. Obviously, we want you to use some of your life experience and share that perspective, but make sure that your teaching is biblically based and not based on your personal interpretation. Next on the list is dress code. Please just make sure that you're neatly groomed, that you present a very positive image of yourself. You will be having opportunities to be a first impression for some of our visitors, so we want to make sure that when we are standing before the group that we're leading, that we do present ourselves well. Be courteous. Make sure to greet your students and interact with them. A lot of that growth comes through relationship building. So make sure that you're engaging with them. It's imperative that you're punctual when you're teaching or leading a group. We ask that you be here 15 minutes before the start time. It's honoring to be here ahead of time and make sure that you're prepared. And then if you're unable to attend for some reason, please make sure that you make every effort to find a replacement for yourself, and then let your ministry leader know as well in case you're going to need some help to find a replacement. Next, I want to talk about security a little bit. One of our greatest responsibilities is to protect the safety of those entrusted to our care. So we want to make sure that any unused rooms are locked at all times. Make sure that you know what's going on in your area of ministry. Make sure that the teens that are under your care are signed in and signed out. Make sure that there are at least 2 adults in a classroom at any given time. Please make sure that there are adults are not enlisted as a worker. And then keep a watch on hallways and common areas, and make sure that, again, that you just kind of have an idea of where the students are at any given time. Next, we're going to cover interacting with students. Just make sure that you're on the lookout for first-time visitors, or maybe some that haven't been often or haven't been in a while. We want to make sure that they feel welcome, and one of the ways to do that is just kind of keep an eye out for them and make sure that you engage with them when they come. Make sure that when you're checking students in, that you get proper spelling for their name and other pertinent information like address and phone number. We have visitor cards available to assist with that. this is a great way to make sure we have good contact information so we can maintain positive communication with those students and their families. Make sure that you give that contact information to the appropriate small group leader so it can be entered into our system. Again, I want to call your attention back to the sole purpose why we do ministry here at Calvary, and that's to lead people to know Christ and to make Him known. So evangelism should be and has to be at the center of everything that we do. We want to make sure that we are making disciples and teaching others what it means to have a relationship with Jesus. So as you're participating in this and leading groups, make sure that you keep that in mind as you're interacting and building relationships and leading and teaching others. Once again, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this training video. If you have any questions, please let us know, and keep doing what you do.